Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Paulo1, and today we are back with a brand new video. Today, talking about something that I am so excited that I even get the opportunity to discuss, especially so early on. Now, I do know that this is an extremely far away topic, and that it's only 2018. Black Ops 4 hasn't even come out yet. I understand that, and I know some people are going to be upset that I'm talking about Call of Duty 2019, but I have. And the OGs on this channel, the OGs that have followed me, KARNAGE, and my commentaries, know that Modern Warfare 3 is forever my favorite Call of Duty to date, and will always have a special place in my heart because it is like the game that not only did I like the most, obviously, but I played the most, and it's practically my, like, childhood of video games, like my video game childhood, like everything. It's the video game I played the most of. So, Modern Warfare 4, guys, that is the topic of discussion today. Now, before we get any further into today's video, guys, smash that like button if you're hyped for Modern Warfare 4. Let's shoot for 750 likes, guys. I know we can do that for this video. I 100% think we can do it. Subscribe to KARNAGE Clan if you are new. We're going to be posting a lot of videos that are informational, Black Ops 4 gameplays, and obviously lots of team challenges and other content that is very team-based that I can't wait to bring to you guys here in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be very exciting. And I hope you guys are enjoying the daily uploads, by the way. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, and we're very excited to share with you the content that we are planning out. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, Modern Warfare 4 has been a topic of discussion for a little bit now, actually. It's been in the kind of being talked about and discussed for the last like 6 months, really, but as time has gone on, a lot of things are happening, a lot, and I can tell you guys, with this evidence that I'm going to be showing you, it's pretty much a sealed deal. It's almost 100% that we are going to be watching Modern Warfare 4 unfold as the next title after Black Ops 4, as Infinity Ward's title. Now, I just want to start this off with Infinity Ward has struggled the last 2 games that they've dropped. They have not been well received whatsoever. You know, starting with Call of Duty Ghost. Call of Duty Ghost was really like one of the most hated games at the time, and looking back on it, we were really pretty lucky. But at the time, Call of Duty Ghost was definitely not very popular. People did not like the game. They thought it was very dull and boring. And that was like one of the first games that fell outside of the major titles that were going on for so long, the Black Ops and the Modern Warfare titles. So that was that. And then they came out with Infinite Warfare. And obviously Infinite Warfare was probably one of the most hated games of all time. Infinite Warfare had the most disliked trailer ever. And in fact, I believe, I don't know if it still holds the record, but it was the most disliked video on the YouTube platform. So something that they definitely were probably taking in mind after they dropped that game into what they will be producing next, the next title that they're going to have there for release. So that's kind of how I'm going to start it off, because they need, as a studio, Infinity Ward needs a big title, something that does well, that people are, you know, well accustomed to, and that people are going to be excited about. That's what Infinity Ward needs. They've tried 2 different titles now, neither really worked, and now it's time to bring something back OG that everybody loves. So that's how I'm going to start this whole argument, and then let's get into the evidence, and there's lots of it, don't get me wrong. So I want to go ahead and start with articles, 2 articles, in fact, that came from Charlie Intel, and I'm going to use Charlie Intel as a source because it is so condensed and really puts all the information into one spot, guys. I'll leave these articles down in the description below. Make sure to check out Charlie Intel. They're a great source of information in regards to Call of Duty. But let's go ahead and jump into the first article. The first article basically just talks about rumors, and these are public statements. So Charlie basically took this information from the release that the CEO, or Eric Hirschberg, the statement that he gave, and turns it into an article, and that's what we're going to be discussing here, and like I said, I'll link them down below. But I'm going to go ahead and read the Activision's now former, obviously, I don't know if you guys heard about all that drama that was going on, but the now former CEO, Eric Hirschberg, put out a statement in regards to the franchise. He said, "It suffice to say, I think we have the best 3-year slate in Call of Duty's history," which is really saying something given this franchise's history. He then goes on to say, "And I think we've got multiple different game universes that we know our players love on tap. So obviously, more to come on that." Biggest thing to take from that statement is different game universes that we know our players love on tap. The biggest thing there is that statement, because when he's talking about gaming universes, he's talking about setting, characters that we're familiar with, settings and sceneries that we are familiar with as well, and that directly is in regards to, you know, the Black Black Ops universe, the Modern Warfare universe. Those are the most popular Call of Duty titles that they've ever released. Obviously, Black Ops 4 is included in this 3-year cycle that he is talking about. So that's the first game. And now the second game is most likely going to be Modern Warfare 4, because he's talking about gaming universes that we are most, that we're gonna love, that players love on tap, that we're really accustomed to. And he says it's its biggest 3-year slate in COD's history. Obviously, bringing Modern Warfare 4 back 8 years later would be massive. Like bringing the series back with a 4th edition, that would be huge. That would be absolutely huge. And he's got to be referring to that. And then the third title, guys, who knows what he's talking about? Who knows? But it's gonna be exciting to see. And actually, now that I think about it, he might even have been referring to World War II. I'm not exactly sure when the statement was put out. I don't think he is, though. I think that was after. I'm pretty sure that was after World War II was already announced. But that's the first piece of evidence. Now, the second thing is more of a recent thing that happened. Now, back in 2010 and 2011, when Infinity Ward put out Modern Warfare 3, there was a lot of drama within the studio where there was a conflict between Activision and Infinity Ward that caused a lot of developers of Infinity Ward to leave, and they went over to Respawn. Now, 8 years later, that's a long time. You gotta take in mind, that is a long time. And many of the developers are returning to the studio. These are the same developers that worked on Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. They're now coming back to the studio after they left 8 years ago. That is a long time ago. And it's gonna be very, very, very interesting to see how that plays out. A former designer at Infinity Ward is coming back. He's now the multiplayer design director at Infinity Ward. Former art lead is back. The former lead animator is back. The former senior animator is back. The senior game designer, former senior environment artist, the former producer at Respawn, and the former art producer at Respawn are all returning to Infinity Ward, which is very, very exciting, because these are the guys that made Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. These are the guys, in my opinion, that made some of the best Call of Duty games to date, and they know what, like, the community wants. Even though it's been 8 years, I'm sure they are still in touch with the community, and obviously they made Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, so they know what it's like putting a game like that together. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of things returning that are good old-fashioned Modern Warfare Call of Duty vibes that are going to be coming back if Modern Warfare 4 actually happens, guys. And I'm telling you, like, my personal opinion on this, I think this is like a 99% slam dunk, maybe like a slight doubt, but really I truly think this is going to be the next COD title. And then finally, guys, this is where it just gets super exciting. So over on Twitter, Craig Fairbrass, the voice actor for Lieutenant Gaz in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare series, kind of leaked some information. Now, he did this a while back. There's two parts of this story. The first part was a while back where he included and I'll put up a screenshot up on screen, where in his Twitter bio, he put Call of Duty Modern, like he put in his bio, like the different things that he's been involved in and things he's done. And at the end, it says Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is massive right there. And he, by the way, he removed that. There was a big uproar when that happened. Like, people were freaking out when people found out about that, because Charlie Incel broke that story. And when that happened, he retracted it. He removed it from his bio and put out a statement that people were overreacting and that there was nothing to it. But really didn't say much more than that. Didn't clarify that there isn't a Modern Warfare 4 or anything like that. And that's a mistake that you don't really make. He didn't mean Call of Duty, 4 Modern Warfare, because it says Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, which is Call of Duty 4, 2, 3, and 4. Like, that's not a mistake that you just make by accident. Like, that's very intentional. You don't put a 4th edition on there. That's not something a mistake you'd make. So that was massive when that happened. And right there, I was like, well, this is gonna happen. This is 100% Modern Warfare 4. Then after that, it got a little more interesting. So that whole backlash happened where he claimed that there was no story to be looked at. There was nothing to it. And then recently, things got a little bit more interesting. This is very recent information. This happened on May 19th. There was a guy on Twitter that goes by the name The Underground, and he tweeted, "So the rumors are true about Modern Warfare 4. I guess Craig mistake on putting Modern Warfare 4 on his Twitter bio was real. Hashtag Modern Warfare 4, and referenced an article about Modern Warfare 4. Then to that tweet, Craig responded, like out of nowhere, just responded, "Trust me, Rob," with a fist bump emoji. That is massive, guys. that is so cool that he responded to it. And honestly, like, I know there's not, like, that doesn't guarantee it, but that's a good indication that Craig is saying one of two things. One, yes, it's Modern Warfare 4. That's what he's confirming. Or two, the next title is going to be miraculous. It's going to be a great title, and we're in for a good year regardless. But the fact that he's responding to an article like this about Modern Warfare 4 tells me that he's involved. And why would he be involved if it wasn't a Modern Warfare 4 game? Because he plays as Lieutenant Gaz. That just doesn't make sense. Guys, I'm telling you right now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is happening, and I could not be more excited. I think Infinity Ward this time around is really going to learn from their mistakes and put together a fantastic Call of Duty title, especially because it's a Modern Warfare game. And what I mean by that, it's set in the modern period. It's a modern-based game, something we haven't seen in a very long time. In the present day, that's going to be so much fun, in my opinion. That's my favorite kind of first-person shooter, and the fact that it's a Modern Warfare 4 game, it's, you know, a addition to my favorite series ever. I'm sure they're going to be bringing back a lot of things from the series. It's going to feel like a good old COD game, and I'm so freaking pumped, and I hope you guys are as well. So without further ado, I don't want to run this commentary on too long. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Once again, smash that like button, subscribe to KARNAGE if you are new, and I will talk to you all later.